So I almost made it through double uploading all the servants that are getting rank ups. We only have 2 more days of it, and I actually get to enjoy these videos. These are not going to be salty videos at all. I'm going to be singing praises for all the servants, like including this one. I will be singing praises for all of them, and like their buffs are both needed and very much appreciated, and their kits by themselves are still good. So Mephistopheles, this guy is a pretty much actual demon, and he loves to fuck with you. He literally shows up in Salem, which was supposed to be like an enclosed area that no communication could come in. He showed up because like he could. Because he could. That's some Zelrich type shit. Base attack and HP, we don't really care about this. This guy is like debuffs the enemy and then you want him to go. But like his debuffs are really like they're the type of debuffs you want for your boss fight. It will make them so much easier. Obviously it depends on who you're fighting, but for Demeter in particular, Mephistopheles cripples them. If you time bring him in right, he will straight up cripple Demeter to the point that she's not going to be as much of an issue. Ozzy with his buff right now, oh, he shits on Demeter so hard. But Mephistopheles is a 3-star that most people have access to. Most people don't have access to Ozzy. Let us get started further. But yeah, base attack and HP, not really a factor. You don't really care about his damage. You just want his debuffs, like for real. Like his MP isn't anything to scoff at. His hit count and refund aren't anything to scoff at. It's his skills. His skills do so goddamn much, and I don't think there's another servant that does as much as him for this. Star weight, star gen, caster numbers, the exact caster numbers actually. MP charge 0.81. These are like Merlin's, so at least he actually has good refund on like Cersei. Like his refund is like double hers. Like it doesn't even matter that he has like 2 hits on the arts. Probably not gonna crit anyway, so their arts chaining, and they should perform like Merlin. So these shouldn't be that bad. Like after looking at Cersei and the Yuri pirates, I'm like, why is your refund so bad? He at least can get away with arch chaining and do probably gen more than 10 each arts guard hit himself. All right. Also April Fools, yes. It also gives me this one also gives me Doman vibes. So first skill, honestly this one isn't amazing. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty shit, but this is something easily buffed. 80% chance to drain. It is what it is. It's like a drain is a drain. It just sucks at chance base, but if they buff this, it will not be chance base anymore. Like this is a simple buff. Second skill, this is the nasty one for Demeter. So originally this was 9 stars per turn, and you are gonna kill your own defense, which for esports is nice. Don't get me wrong, for esports this was nice because he would die pretty quickly because he just like make himself easier to kill. If you had an esports Mephi, like he'd go down like really quickly. But they decided to buff this. They got rid of that defense down, so but he got an attack buff of 30% for 3 turns. They didn't touch the crit stars. Healing received down for 3 turns. The only other servant I know off the top of my head that has this heal rate down is Queen Sheba. This is a very, very rare debuff, and it takes someone that's recovering 100,000 HP per turn to 50,000. Now, which is much more manageable. I think 50,000 is way easier to deal with. I know most of my servants can output the DPS to like actually get positive gains. 100,000 is a little too much unless the servant is like really roided out. So the weaker your account is, the more value you'll see at this, because if you're used to chipping at bosses, if they start healing, you're screwed. So if you make it so that your chips will stick more, it's great. Demeter is a boss that is known to heal a lot. Like, people aren't used to healing bosses, so he just eliminates a lot of the struggle that boss has. And then we come to the third skill that he always had. Buff block for 3 times to one enemy. Let me repeat that. At base, it is buff block for 3 times. 3 times the enemy cannot get their buffs. And it's not like they get a mega buff like Gatia, how he gets like the invul, the like all his shit. No, one buff block will stop all of that. That's how powerful a buff block like this is. Jolter is the same way, and technically she can spam her MP. And funny, I'm talking about Jolter next. This is nasty. This is nasty for most boss fights, because remember, a buff block is going to stop their action. So they can't attack that turn. They lose an attack that turn too. If you're fighting a caster boss, then they used up half their actions to get rid of one of these. If they try it again, they didn't attack. So it's as impactful, if not a little more than a stun. It really depends on the type of enemy you're fighting, but casters naturally have 2 attacks. I don't remember Demeter off the top of my head if she had 2 or 3 attacks. But if you're fighting a caster boss, this is going to cripple them. This is going to give you more than 1 turn of protection. And the best part is there is no time duration. You pop this and then like they have to use it up or cleanse it off. There is no other way around it. And truly the best part of it is you don't have to level this. A level 1 skill is going to do the same as a level 10. You just get curse. Which is, it's okay curse. 1,000 curse for 5 turns. That's pretty nice. But it's not like super amazing. On my tier list, I literally put him in super niche because when you need this, it is invaluable. But do you need this when you're farming? Absolutely not. I don't even think he's a farmer. He has an AoE, but he doesn't have a battery, so he's not a farmer. Yeah, just like these two, like this by itself was fine. He would have gone into super niche anyway. This, like, he doubles down on being boss killer, like specifically bosses that heal themselves. Arts, 7% bonus for the cards. Good, got a refund. And debuff success rate, pretty important considering you need this to land. You really want this to land. If this doesn't land, ouch. Ouch. You better put some debuff success something to make these land, because you're this is definitely disappointing if it doesn't land. Pens, I don't think it matters that much. He's a 3-star. Berserker or a pen, cool. Extra damage. He is AoE, so there always is the use case for that. But you're probably not gonna go for Brave Chains, and mana loading just helps to pop his MP. But like I said, his MP isn't really that good. This got buffed a while ago, and originally you had the chance for your overcharge to mean something. That fucking sucks. That would feel so fucking bad. Like, year 1 FGO was a hot fucking mess. They buffed it. Oh, again, and it always had Pierce defense. So that was its big like caveat. Like, yeah, the OC pretty much didn't do anything like some of the time, but like at least he always had this. Now it's buff damage, and there's no chance space for it, so it's not a good NP, but as at least doubles down on him being super niche. That he like defense debuff, defense popping, healing, buffing bosses. He can handle, like, that is what he's best at. Is he gonna hit all three of those things all the time? No. At most you're gonna use the buff block. This is the one that's gonna come up and use most often. On CE, party MP damage while he's on the field. That's very useful. Very useful. It's honestly one I would consider using more often, because like this is free. This is just, like, he's not gonna stick around that much. It's a lower cost, and it's like free MP damage. I wouldn't say like use it for Oberon setups. Like, it's not that much. There are other servants that, if you wanted to do that, they do it way better, like way higher value. But yeah, parasite bomb or parasitic bomb. Yeah, let's bring up the art for that. Oh my god, they're actual crawling bombs. I didn't realize that, like, literal, that there are actual parasites that look like bombs. Oh god. Like that just makes you. I'm glad I didn't eat anything this morning, because that's a creepy crawly feeling that might explode on you. That is like horrifying. Yeah, no, that fits into a fucking T. Yeah, so should you level him? You should at least level him for like the rank up stuff, because no, yeah. So in order to unlock this, you need to do a strengthening. So you could have an esports one. I believe you could. It's just like you're already gonna have to level him up to 60 out of 70. So like esports usage probably isn't the biggest use case. Like if you only cared about the buff block, no, even like you might get away with 50 out of 60 because you did the strengthening. And then you'd be able to keep this, but I don't know. I think that's a bit too much. That's a bit too much, going extra steps just to make him easier to kill. So yeah, Mephistopheles, he is a 3-star that doesn't seem the most use, but that's for a reason. You use him when you need him, and when you need him, you will be so happy that he's there. When you don't need him, you'll be terrified that this fucker might have a fucking bomb on him like Nobu. Like, those two should definitely stay the fuck away from each other, because we don't need Nobu making more bombs. Alright. I'm going to start recording Jolter now. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and hope to see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.